Oh my gosh. Okay, hi. We had kind of a slow start today. I'm Angela Hughes, a luxury travel entrepreneur, and I am here with Yasser Salah from Cadence Vacations Center and another special guest, Magdy Anis from the St. Regis in Egypt. So let's go ahead and just get started with you guys introducing yourself. Let's start with Magdy for a minute.
Magdy Anis. I have been in hotel industry for the last 40 years, and I am now the general manager of St. Regis in Cairo, the beautiful, luxurious St. Regis in Cairo.
Wonderful. And Yasser, it's great to see you again.
Hi, Yasser Salah is my name, and I'm the CEO of Cadence Vacations Center. I'm in that industry since 34 years till now.
So you're a destination management company in Egypt, and we're going to talk all about your company. We've got people coming on the line right now, live, not live, they're coming on to watch us live. And if you are watching us right now in the Luxury Travel University, let me know where you're watching from, and be sure to post your questions for both Magdy and Yasser today, because we're going to be talking all things Egypt. So let's start with Magdy for a minute. Tell us about the amazing, luxurious St. Regis. I'm so excited to learn about your
most luxurious St. Regis almost in the whole world, yeah. But definitely in Middle East and Africa.
Yeah.
And it has all the components for the luxury travel to enjoy, from the butler service. We have 26 butlers. Each guest comes to the hotel with a room or a suite. He has his own butler. And we have many restaurants, Singaporean restaurant with Singaporean chef, Italian restaurant. We have Jean Georges Steakhouse, and we have a club and lounges. And the hotel is consists of 362 apartments and suites and rooms and spa, all the components for the guest. When he comes here, he stays for a few days and he has experience of lifetime here.
Okay, what are some of the starting prices for the St. Regis there post-COVID? Because I'm sure there's some bargains even for the St. Regis, right?
$280. This is the starting price here.
That is crazy ridiculous, right? For the St. Regis. Yeah, that's outstanding. Tell me
what's happening now. I mean, because of the COVID-19 and all what's happening here. But we're taking all the precautions. We have almost running about 20-25%, but we're taking the precaution with mask, social distance in the restaurants, sanitizer everywhere, temperature, everything is happening in the hotel here to the top level. And so far, for 5.5 months, we did not have any case in the hotel yet.
Tell me a little bit about the entries into Egypt for COVID. Can Americans travel there yet? Are you seeing Americans come there yet?
We are not seeing European and Americans yet, because you don't travel. I mean, many airports are closed.
Yeah.
We have the locals. I mean, the European and Americans living in Cairo. They are in the hotel having meals, long weekend. But traveling from Europe and the States is not yet. But hopefully, with the vaccine, they will be fatigue from Corona. Everybody will be traveling here.
Yeah, well, right now the U.S. citizens can travel there with a COVID test, though. Is that correct?
Yes, but they are not. I mean, everyone is careful. I mean, I haven't traveled for 10 months now.
Yeah.
For that, we're seeing individual, but not. This is not the travel which we used to have before the COVID-19.
Well, I've actually been traveling myself. I just returned from Africa, and I'm leaving to Costa Rica on Monday, and then on to the Galapagos, and then back to Africa. So guess what is next on my list? Egypt. So like I said, I love Egypt. I've been there several times, and I think I was just there last year in 2019, and I was just getting prepared to like prep a group for travel there for 2020 before COVID, obviously. And so I was so surprised because the first time that I went to Egypt was right like the day after the revolution. And so there was still cars burning, and in the museum still King Tut stuff was, the glass was broken and stolen, and not the merchandise, the King Tut artifacts. And there was probably only 8 people at the pyramids, and Abercrombie and Kent tour and myself with my group. And so going back in 2019, last year, I was so surprised and just felt like it was such a change of pace that Europeans and Americans were really starting to return to Egypt after kind of a long spell post-revolution there.
Very good year.
You saw the same thing at the St. Regis, that there were more Americans and
We
Europeans?
were not open by this time. We opened only in June 20, but 2019 was one of the very good years for Egypt. From
Right.
America, South America, and Europe, yeah, it was a great year, and we were expecting a lot for 2020, but then what happened here.
Yeah. Okay, so with your hotel, now are you located right in Cairo, or are there a couple St. Regis there? Because we've got all brand new viewers on here. Many people have not sold Egypt in the United States. And so we've got agents that have been on selling for a long time, and then we've got new agents who know nothing about Egypt. So can you tell us where in Cairo you're located, and are there other properties there? And
St. Regis, one of the brand standards St. Regis is the address, should be the address. We are exactly in the center of Cairo, overlooking the Nile. By the way, the designer here was Michael Graves. And the design and the execution is brilliant. The hotel is amazing how luxury it is. All the small details everywhere. We are in the center of Cairo. We are 5 minutes from Cairo Museum walking. And we are facing the Nile there, and it's a very convenient location here.
so many times for viewers, when you're going to Egypt, you're going to want to spend maybe your first 3 days in Cairo, go to the museum, go to the pyramids. Yasser, tell us what you want to do for those first couple of days while you're staying at the St. Regis.
So there is a lot of sites in Egypt because as you know, we opened already a lot of sites like the Civilization Museum and also the Grand Egyptian Museum. It will be opened in 3 months, and also Abdin Palace, plus the classical sites. Of course, if you come to Egypt, you have to see the pyramids, you have to see Saqqara, and also Memphis.
Yes, I love in Saqqara. The new museum, is that the classical museum then? Now that was closed when I was there last year. They were still building it.
Now, in the next 3 months, we'll have in Cairo, only in Cairo, 3 very important museums: the Old Egyptian Museum, and the second one, it will be the Civilization, and as I said, the Grand Egyptian Museum. So that's why the new itinerary in Cairo, we got like 5 nights to cover all the sites.
Oh, so, okay. And previously I was only spending 3 nights there, but you're saying with the extension of so many things to do now, do 5 nights at the St. Regis and then move out.
We have already confirmed a new tour series. It will be like 6 nights Cairo and 7 nights cruise.
Okay.
Because 3 nights and 4 nights is not enough anymore for Cairo if you need to see really the important highlights of the city.
Now, a lot of people will ask me, which I know the answer, but I know the viewers don't. Why don't people stay out by the pyramids as much? Now, I've stayed at the Marriott out by the pyramids. It was a lovely nighttime view. What's the benefit of staying right in Cairo, Magdy, versus out by the pyramids, which is a little further out?
Because if you stay in the pyramids, you need to have 1 day in the pyramids. But in the city center, for the time being, you have the museum, you have Khan al-Khalili, the bazaar, you have the Nile. For that, it is more convenient to be here. And the whole Cairo is changing now. The old Cairo is coming back again. Tahrir Square, for example, where the whole Tahrir Square, if you see it now, you're completely surprised. It is completely changed in the last 6 months. And as well, when Yasser was saying about the Civilization Museum, they are going in on Friday 11, after 10 days, to move all the mummies from the old museum to the Civilization Museum. And this, you should see it in the TV, because it will be a parade with 20 mummies, each mummy in their own car, and moving through Cairo to Civilization Museum with horses and music, and it will be great here. But that is why when you are here in the city center, you have the shopping, you have the Khan al-Khalili, which is the bazaars, and you have the museum here. And then you can go to the pyramid. But of course, you can stay in the pyramids as well here.
Right. Okay, let's move on for just a minute and talk about flying over to Luxor and that region. Yasser, tell me a little bit about how you envision those days that you're over there. In my mind, I think a lot of people are only staying 10 days in Egypt, and then they want to go on to maybe Jordan for 3 days. How do you see an itinerary setup? Are people coming exclusively only for Egypt, or are you seeing a split vacation? Let's start with that question first.
Okay, so there is a very famous classic program. Is like 4 nights Cairo and 4 nights Nile cruise. Started from Luxor to Aswan. Visit all the important sites like Karnak Temple, Luxor Temple, Valley of Kings, and so on. Aswan, Tel Aswan, and you can. That's as I told you, the classic program. But there is a lot right now. There is a lot of people would like to have an extension on Red Sea. So that's why they fly first to Aswan and take the Nile cruise for 3 nights and take a bus to the last destination, Red Sea destination, Hurghada, Makadi Bay, and so on. And they spend there like 3 nights, and after that they fly back to Cairo.
Okay, so 3 nights river cruise, 3 or 4 nights in the Luxor area, Valley of the Kings, all of that area, and then come back to Cairo. So you're easily looking at 10, 11 days, depending on how you slice it, people.
Right now, I think when I come from America, like 12 hours flying to Egypt, I have to see a lot of things in Egypt, and that's why I think minimum program have to be 10 nights.
Okay, so 10 nights minimum if you're new to selling Egypt, 11 days. You can do nonstop air out of New York City on Egypt Air. We'd have to check the schedules now with COVID, but that was really convenient for me. And the problem I see with a lot of people is they want to rush it. They think like, oh, I'll just go see the pyramids and leave. When really, do you feel that way, that people want to come in, rush it, and they don't really spend enough time there?
Of course, there is individuals who would like, they just come to see the Grand Egyptian Museum and they fly back home.
Yeah.
But these people usually they are in the area. Maybe they are in Dubai and they can come for 2 or 3 nights, but they don't come from America for 1 or 2 nights to see the pyramids or the Grand Egyptian Museum and flying back to America.
Yeah, I often see the tours in the U.S. connected with like in Israel. and they spend more time in Israel and not enough time in Egypt, I would really recommend to everybody watching that you spend the maximum time in Egypt. Make that a separate vacation. You don't need to feel like you have to lump Israel, Jordan, and Egypt all into one. They each are such unique destinations that you could spend a lot of time in each area. Touching down and just viewing it really quick, doing 2 nights and then flying out over to Tel Aviv is not enough to really experience it. Let's talk about the prices, because the dollar is really strong in Egypt. And so you're getting a lot for your money there.
Exactly.
Magdy, talk to me about that a little bit, especially at your property.
Great topic here. I mean, because of the dollar now is 15.6 Egyptian pound. And this is really, I mean, I give you an example. You go to any fancy cafe, you will have a coffee for $2. Whereas you are in the States, you will pay at least $5 here.
Yeah.
But with Egyptian cotton as well is great. You buy Egyptian cotton shirts and all the rest. Even shopping in the malls. I mean, it's really very good bargain now for the last 2-3 years when the when the pound devaluated here. And it's 15.6 now. And when even using transportation or taking a boat in the Nile, you take a boat in the Nile for 1 hour, Felucca, you pay like $5-6. It's very good value for money. And going back to Yasser, it's very right for the 10 days. The pyramids alone, sometimes you need 2 days. You need 1 day to see it, 1 day to go for the sound and light. Now you have many museums. The Grand Museum will be there. The Old Museum is still there. And then the Civilization Museum with all the mummies here. But that Cairo becoming more and more, add to it shopping now after the devaluation of the money. I saw it last year, how they go and buy and good value for money in general.
Tell me a little bit about security at your property, because I know that's a major concern with Americans traveling to Egypt, is how you guys are dealing with security there. And I find it to be very safe now, even with your guides. Well, we'll talk to Yasser. Let's start with Magdy at your hotel on security.
We had all the international organizations visiting us, like UNDP, like America, UNICEF, and all of them. We have the proportion of security which is required. We have a fence around the hotel. We have doors. You go through it. We have everything. I mean, it's to keep it safe. Cairo is very safe for the last 3-4 years. Nothing happened in Cairo. Cairo is safe as well. I can give you one example. My daughter is 28 years old. She come back from a dinner or a party outside at 12:30, driving her car in so many places in the world. She will not be able to do this here. It's very safe. The hotel is safe. I mean, the hotels in general. And we have all the precautions. When your car comes, everything is open, inspected, and it's very safe. I can say.
That's interesting. I don't know if you guys caught that, but even when your car drives in, they inspect the car, they inspect underneath it, what's in the trunk. Yasser, how are you providing protection and security when you're on tours with Americans and Europeans?
Usually Cairo is 24 hours city.
Okay.
Really, and you can go anywhere. It is safe. But when it comes to American clients, we can't go as a travel company to visit any sites without police convoy. So we have to get a police convoy, not because it's dangerous, but just to let them feel they are safe, especially American tourists.
Yeah.
And our guides also, we have all of the guides we have in Egypt are really perfect guides, but we hire doctor professors for our clients. It's not a normal guides. They understand and they know the needs of our clients. They know a lot, and they are informative.
So you're PhDs and educators to tour your people when they're there on the ground. And so you're not just going with your average tour guide. You're actually going with somebody who is super educated in the field. And so this becomes a learning experience for you guys when you're on the ground and your clients are on the ground. Okay, let's talk about weather and season for coming. High season, low season, Magdy, at your property.
September to May.
September to May is high season or low season?
Yeah, the high season. June, July, August is a little bit hot for some of the American traveler, but September to May is our season, which we, in the normal days, we start tours from September until end of May. This is the most of the European and Americans. And some come in summer, they enjoy it. But this is the 9 months of the season. The summer is more American and European living in the Gulf. Because if you live in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia, it's 10 degrees more than here. We are here maybe 37, 38, they are 50 there. But that they come to enjoy summer here.
So they're coming from the Gulf in the summer to escape their heat.
Of course, they do it. That's why
I live in Florida and it's hot here in the summer, so I might escape to Egypt.
Yes. I mean, it's similar, yeah. But this is the season for us, and the low season. It's not low season that we have less business. I've seen it last year. Forget this year, it's exception. In the June, July, August, the hotels are full of Arabs and foreigners living in the Gulf, because there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of them here, and including American, South American, European here. But the tourists usually from September to May.
It's interesting because Egypt is such an amazing destination, but we don't sell near enough of it in the United States because of the fear, I think, that people have in their minds. And I feel like it's really up to the travel advisor to help dispel the fear. And that requires probably your travel agencies and your advisement centers to visit Egypt first and let people know how amazing it is. Okay, Yasser, tell us what your destination management company does, how you work start to finish with an advisor.
You mean the travel company in America?
So how do you work with the travel companies in America and the travel advisors?
Yeah. Usually, as you know, I'm DMC for luxury business, high-end products. And we work with 90% from my clients are Virtuoso member.
So 90% of the clients are usually Virtuoso based, but you work with other agencies, Travel Leaders, Signature, other consortia as well.
Of course.
A lot of Virtuoso end up picking Cadence Vacation Center because of his vetted reputation. So, so tell me, what's the process? An advisor, would they email you? How would they start the process if they don't know much about Egypt and they need start to finish service with you?
Okay, we have a very professional website for B2B business. I don't work B2C. I have only B2B website. Nobody can see my itinerary or my prices, so they have to log in and to see my itinerary and all of the information I have, which probability I have, and so on. And of course, they when they need something, they send the emails, and also because as I told you before that we have a lot of new things in Cairo, I invite the travel agent for fan trips, and I have a very big one in May for Virtuoso member, and we will plan one for your clients too.
Yeah, and so I don't know if you just caught that, everybody, but we're working with Yasser to have a fam trip for followers and agents that belong to the Luxury Travel University group right here in this group that's watching and who are connected with me. And so we're going to be putting that out, Yasser and I, and we definitely are going to be intertwining Magdy and the St. Regis into that fam trip. So you get a good look at that. Because I don't think that you just want to send your clients to any property. I mean, there's lots of choices in Cairo. I think that you want to choose the best properties and you want to wow your people, and they're going to want to come back. And that's and they're going to tell their friends about it. That's a huge selling tip. Okay. In the last 5 minutes, Magdy, what can you tell us in a final wrap up here?
A couple of things. His guides are really good here. The reputation in Cairo for the Cadence Travel, that the guides are chosen. And this is very important for your client because not all the guides are really educated yet. I'm here. I've been 29 years outside Egypt. I came back because of this hotel. I opened the St. Regis in Lhasa in the Tibet there. And I have a team from all over the world. I have Italians, Americans, Singaporean. The chef is Swiss, best chef. In spite of what's happening during COVID-19, I have all the foreigners here to work with the Egyptians, and we have an amazing cuisine. What we are relying on now that our restaurants are full because of everybody want to come to St. Regis and discover the hotel here. But that I can assure you, whoever will come from the States through the travel agents, they will have an amazing experience, bespoke experience here.
Well, we are one of the first people back.
Taking the level of service to another height completely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be one of the first people back, and we're going to do a whole live video from your hotel to talk about it.
You can come next week if you want. Come and spend the Christmas here.
It's so funny you say that. Yasser knows I was trying to come over Christmas.
I will give you, you will have meals in the hotel. We'll never forget it here.
Yeah.
My guest.
Unfortunately, those dates didn't work out for me over Christmas, and but he knows that we've been trying to get there. And as soon as I can make a week happen, and we're gonna be there doing a whole live session from your hotel.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Yasser. Wrap it up for us.
Yes. So after COVID, we are really waiting for our clients. We are ready for them, and every time they will come and visit us, they will come back. I'm 100% sure they will come back, and they send the families, because Egypt right now is different and more beautiful, attractive, and they will enjoy staying in Egypt.
Go ahead, Magdy.
The traffic is much better than 2 years ago. A lot of highways, bridges. It's amazing now what happened in the last 2 years at least.
And honestly, I think it's so much cleaner than when I went back during the revolution.
Exactly.
8 feet walls of trash everywhere, because I guess the French weren't picking it up or something. I remember that, but I feel like Egypt is so much cleaner. Okay, one last question that I have is, when agents and advisors are coming, do you actually host them on the ground and meet them at any point in the stay, Yasser, or do they immediately go straight to the guide that picks them up at the airport? Will they ever have a personal introduction to you when they're in town, or no?
No, I don't understand your question. You mean when they visit?
Meet the advisors or the clients when they come on the ground, or does the guide meet them? Will they ever touch base with you there?
Yes. Usually, I don't meet my clients, but I have a dream team. Really, my team. I'm very lucky with my team, with my guides and the airport representative. They are very, very nice people. They meet our clients with flowers at the airport. They feel them warm, and they give all the information they need till they go to the hotel. And when they go to the hotel, they make sure that they have the right room, they wait till the clients call them at the reception and tell them, okay, you can go now, everything is okay. You know, we try to offer our clients experience,
Okay.
not only itinerary.
You guys also handle the inner Egypt air,
Of
or
course, of
no?
course,
Okay,
of
so
course.
you do. So really, the advisor probably just needs to handle the international air.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
As well, from our side, we ask all the clients coming for their preferences. Their preferences, what they like, what if they're allergy or not. All whom staying in the hotel in the last year, we have a list of what exactly they want, to the extent which flower you want in the room. This is again luxury, which we are introducing here, yeah, and we get very good knowledge about our clients to make it really exquisite, yeah, the whole experience. And I meet every group coming myself in the lobby here. I meet them, I welcome them, and see them as soon as they arrive here.
Wonderful. What makes me really excited about your hotel is when I took my daughter, she didn't like a lot of the local food, but it sounds like you've got so many choices that she would really like.
We
And
have the best local food in town as well. We
because she
have a
loved Egypt, but I said, "Do you want to go back to Egypt with me?" And she said, "Oh, I don't like the food." Now this is a 17-year-old, but now I'm hearing all the choices at your hotel for food and things that, yeah, that I think that maybe some of the fast food was not a good choice for her. It sounds like more fine dining. Okay, thanks you guys. I'm Angela Hughes, a luxury travel entrepreneur, and we've been here with Yasser Salah from Cadence Vacations Center and Magdy. I can't pronounce your last name. Aris. Aris from the St. Regis in Egypt. And if you've got any questions, reach out to me. I can connect you with both of them so you can start selling more Egypt. And we can answer any questions here in the Luxury Travel University. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Magdy.